Just like that, everything has changed. This pandemic has undoubtedly altered our world, and it's going to have big impacts on our future. Just exactly how, nobody knows yet for sure. But one thing I do know is that leaders who know how to think about the future and have the wisdom and courage to act will help us find our way forward. And that's exactly why I've created this course, The Future Thinking Leader, is to help you do 3 specific things: to see what's coming, to be able to figure out what the impacts of those changes are, and then to be able to make good business decisions about those changes. So this is an on-demand, self-paced course. You can take it at your pleasure whenever your schedule works for you. And I know schedules are pretty crazy right now. So you can start and finish as you please. And I want to take just a minute to go over some of the course elements with you. So first of all, you have 4 different video modules. These are short, to the point trainings where I walk you through different future thinking skills. The second part of the course is a downloadable workbook called The Future Thinking Leader. This is a guide that you'll want with you while you go through the video trainings. You can have it on your computer or you can print it out like this. And it will have questions and exercises to be able to help you apply what you're learning in the video trainings. The third element, of course, is the Restart Playbook. And this is a 5-step process that will help you really ramp business up to succeed in a new environment. And I'm really excited about this particular piece. It has brainstorming exercises. It has over 30 questions in it to really prompt thinking of yourself and your team as you reimagine your future for yourself and for your clients. So there's a lot of content that's packed into the Restart Playbook I think you'll find quite useful. And then the last element, and these are all downloadable and fillable, by the way, so you can type your notes right into it as you go. The last element is the Reimagining the Future worksheet. So this is a planning template that you could use to come up with all of your best ideas, capture those great ideas that you're having about your own business, as well as if you happen to be serving clients and customers. It allows you to capture those best ideas and really put those forward in a way that's very actionable. So I want to think for just a minute about that idea of reimagining the future. I really love this concept, and so much so I've been thinking about it quite a bit over the last several weeks. It's what really prompted me to want to create this course. Is I was thinking to myself, how do we help each other as leaders to really see what's coming, to read the tea leaves and understand where the future is headed? I mean, that's really the big question we all have, is how are things going to change? Let's face it, we're at a watershed moment in history, and things are not going to be quite the way they used to be, both for better and for worse. But how do we embrace those changes and really take advantage of those things? You need to be able to figure out what's coming so you can make good business decisions. That's your most important job as a leader, is to be able to help your organization really pivot at this very unique time. And personally, I know as a leader, you also want to be able to move from feeling anxious about all of the uncertainty that's swirling around us to feeling very agile and knowing that you can accommodate any particular changes that might be coming your way. You want to go from feeling concerned about people and profits and all of the different things that are changing to feeling more confident about your decisions as a leader. And I know most of all, we all want to focus less on the things that we can't control, so we can focus more on the things that we can control. Learning to think about the future and having greater clarity about what's coming will help you make these important shifts as a leader. So I want you to imagine, if you could, that 2020 is the start of a whole new trajectory of growth for yourself and your organization. Is that even possible? Well, it is. That's what happened to a lot of us during 2008 when the Great Recession hit. I was building a company at that time called Mitchell Communications Group. And believe it or not, that year was the beginning of a rapid period of growth for us. We grew over 500% in the next 5 years. Now, I'm often asked, well, how did you do that? There were a lot of factors that played into that. I guess probably first and foremost is I had a fantastic leadership team that was by my side. And together we really thought through all of the changes that were going on and trying to adapt to and take advantage of those changes that were coming. We definitely, though, had a real conviction about a certain type of philosophy. And that philosophy is what I call looking through the turn, which is to kind of keep your eyes focused on where you want to end up. So looking down the road to really keep your sights focused on the long-term goal that you have, and then doing whatever you need to in the intermediate time in order to be able to get there. We also were all about thinking about potential and seeing potential. We were thinking opportunistically, and we also were really good about taking some calculated risks to help us launch some new products and services that were real game changers for us. So you can do this too. You can, but to lead that kind of trajectory, you have to have some very specific leadership skills. And that's what this course is all about. It's helping you really think more intentionally and clearly about the future. These skills, I'm convinced, are going to help you not only provide that much needed guidance that your organization needs from you right now, but it's really going to help you really rise up at this moment to shine, to show what you're capable of doing as a leader, and being able to really take advantage of all the things that come, so that we're not just surviving in an environment like this, but that you're really going to be able to thrive. So what are these skills? That's what everybody wants to know. What are the skills that I'm teaching in the course? Well, you're getting ready to find out, but I'll give you a sneak peek. So there's 4 I'm going to teach. The first module is all about learning how to spot what are called weak signals that can be indicators of strong change. That's a really, really awesome module. I get excited about that. I'm even going to share with you some of my predictions for the future. The second module is all about this notion of sense making, which is understanding the context of the current environment you're in, and most importantly, figuring out where and how things are changing. The third skill is envisioning the future powerfully, so that you can create greater buy-in and support from your team in order to be able to make the changes that you need to succeed. And the last one is a really important skill as a leader, which is how do you create what I call a culture of try, which leads to smart risk-taking by your team.